women, do not befriend people, men specifically, that work in your apartment complex, that can have access to your apartment. I just seen the story time, and this is so fucking scary. Women need to have Ring cameras if you live by yourself. Even if you don't, just have a fucking Ring camera. You never know when it's gonna come in handy. And have a pew pew, okay? Because listen, so this woman said that she was living in an apartment complex, and the maintenance man she had known pretty well for about 5 months, okay? Every time they would bump into each other, they would have good conversation. He was a cool guy. But he was also a felon and had done 10 years in prison. She did not mention for what. So they became really cool. You know, every time they had a conversation, he would tell her a little bit about his life. He had one child, as far as she knew. And at some point, which is when she was telling the story, he said he was having a really hard time because he was in between places with himself and his son, and they were kind of struggling financially, and it was hard for them to know when their next meal was going to be. So her being a kind woman says, you know what, I have a lot of food in my fridge right now, like, you can swing by and I'll give you some, right? So at night, he swings by and just helps himself into her apartment. Door was locked. So guess what that meant? He had a fucking key. Sorry, this shit frustrates me. So he just helps himself into her apartment, and she's like, why you just gonna come in like that? Like, you have a key? And he goes, nah, like, your door was unlocked. And she goes, no, like, I never leave my door unlocked. But then she started kind of questioning herself because he was gaslighting her. She was like, you know what, I did just take out my dog and I just came in, so maybe I just shut the door behind me and didn't think to lock it. But that was not normal of her to do. So she again was like, that's weird. But they continue to have their interaction. She's trying to grab food for him. And he starts talking about, like, crazy shit. He starts talking about how he's cursed and all this, like, weird shit. And she's like, okay, this is not how he normally acts. I kind of don't want him to be. I'm getting uncomfortable. So she asks him to leave, and she says, while you're at it, like,